So I have just bought an excavator and I need a consistent flow of inquiries to grow my business. What do you recommend?
So if you're an excavation company and you're looking to grow, there's lots of different types of excavators, diggers, dumpers, groundworks. I would want to know a lot more of exactly what type of work that makes you the most profit.
Right, okay.
Right, and then once you've got that, a fractional CMO or someone that can just help you out with your marketing overall can start to look at different avenues, whether that's traditional marketing. I'm not a massive fan, but traditional marketing could be billboards, TV, radio, magazines, whether it's PPC to pay to be the top of Google, SEO, search engine optimization, in trying to rank your website higher. I'm a massive fan of that. There's many reasons why, which Kasra can touch on in a minute. Then you've got social media, so consistently posting on social media advertising that you can do, whether that's like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube advertising, stuff like that. And obviously lead generation. Yeah. So over at fatrank.com, we do a lot of excavation leads, groundworks leads, landscaping leads, digger and dumper, man with a van type leads, man with man in an excavator type leads. So all like removal of debris, skip hire and all that. A lot of all this kind of falls underneath the excavation and groundworks kind of industry. So at Fatrank, we do a lot of the lead generation for that. And the good part is that we guarantee a return on investment. So with regards to the guarantee, the return on investment, you're only paying converted jobs. So some of the kind of stuff we're going to touch upon now with regards to SEO and PPC, all this can be done for you and you're only paying converted jobs. The only caveat to this is don't 100% put all your eggs in Fatrank's basket just for as being the sole method of generating your leads. That should just only be one method to help you grow your excavation company. There is others. What's your thoughts then? Let's touch upon other lead generation companies like Bark, Checkatrade, Builder, Yellow Pages Advertising.
Yeah, so the issue that I've had with those businesses before is obviously they resell the lead. I don't know if any of you guys know that, but for example, if excavation company 1 purchases that lead for, let's say, £100 or £50 or whatever, or 50 credits, that same exact lead gets sold to, let's say, 4 different companies. So it's not an exclusive lead. That's the only annoying thing. So then that basically means that you are basically driving down your price. So whoever has the cheapest price ends up winning. So that's issue number 1. Then issue number 2 is sometimes you actually purchase the lead and you can't even get hold of that person. So you've just wasted a load of money. This is kind of similar to PPC as well. Like we've spoken about this before. I'm not a big fan of PPC, mainly for that reason. First of all, you need somebody full time in the actual ad account, making certain that they are adding negative keywords to the list. Then you've obviously got the likes of click fraud. So for example, your competitors can literally just be clicking on your ads and burning your budget every single day. And then further of all, you've got what I like to call window shoppers. So for example, they've just clicked 3 different ads and they're just looking around for an actual price. And they're not actually fully invested into your actual service. So I would look to avoid those 2. I mean, you can definitely test it out, right? But for me, I'm avoiding that. A much safer strategy is probably SEO. Actually ranking your website organically. Obviously, there are a lot of cowboy SEO agencies. So if you guys do want a trusted SEO agency, contact us and we can guide you depending on what your services are and where you're based and stuff. We've got a handful of different SEO agencies that we can help you out on with that. But if you're going to do it yourself, what I would be looking to do is list a load of services that you provide. So for example, excavation, groundwork, drainage, grab hire, civil engineering, etc. List all of these as actual services that you want to offer on your website and then create SEO optimized content for each of those services. A lot of business owners, they don't actually create dedicated pages. I'm not certain why, but if you don't actually have dedicated pages on your website, Google won't know that you actually provide that as a service, and they won't rank you for that keyword. So look to do that. Another play that you could probably do as well is Facebook retargeting. So anybody that lands on your website might never, or let's say 100 people visit your website, all 100 people will not convert into actual leads. So what we wanted to try to do is actually retarget those people the next time they go on Facebook and also Instagram. It's called meta ads. And you can set up a pixel on your website to say, anybody that visits my website and doesn't inquire with me, I want to show them these ads over here for the next 30 days or for the next 7 days or whatever. And that's just another way of getting people back onto your website.
The good thing about doing the retargeting ads is that they might not have inquired with you initially because they might not have felt, you might not be the right company, because they might be lacking in certain trust signals. So if you started to retarget them with certain videos of jobs that you've done, or video testimonials or case studies, that might re-emphasize that trust to say, okay, I'm going to go back to that site and now inquire. They do look like a good business. So that retargeting for me is a huge play. But also one big one is that if you are an excavation company and a groundwork company and you are looking to grow, do not obsess too much on the return on investment from SEO specifically. SEO specifically is there to also do your brand building and trust, so that when you are buying leads from a lead generation company, or you're getting the leads, let's say from Fatrank.com, that you've got better chances of converting those inquiries, because if someone's looking at your brand online, you've got a positive branding, you've got lots of 5-star reviews and all the rest of it, you've got lots of videos and nice images of you digging certain jobs out and stuff like that. So I'd strongly recommend on having some sort of budget for search engine optimization to try to get higher rankings. But also the major play for this is that if you can show potential investors, or if you're ever looking to sell your excavation and groundworks company, that if you're generating your own leads from your own website, you will get a much higher multiplier. And a lot of people don't talk about that and understand that. When you start to understand you're getting a higher multiplier, you should be running SEO alongside buying leads, whether it's from PPC or whether it's from a lead generation company, where they're giving you a consistent flow of inquiries that keeps you busy. SEO is the long-term play. You're going to keep trying to build it up for conversion. But also, if you can start generating your own leads, that's the holy grail of owning an excavation company.
So if you want help growing your excavation company, make certain to check out the link down below in the description or head over to fatrank.com.